Hello, everyone. Oh boy, this is new. I'll find my voice on this, I swear. Hi, I'm B. I'm the dungeon master for this campaign called The Long Way Home. I have brought along with me 5 very, very special friends of mine, including some stream regulars and some new people. And I think before we get into the world and the fiction and everything, let's have all of our lovely friends go and introduce themselves, where you can find them, things like that, and then we will get into it. Do we want to go down Talk Sprite order? Because that's easy for a start.
Let's do Talk Sprite order will be, I think, easiest.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sleepy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sleepy or Rain or whatever the hell you want to call me. My pronouns are they, any. But tonight, I am playing Casanova, Triton Monk, pronouns he, him. I own this channel, so the only thing I want to ask you for promo is to like, comment, subscribe, spread the word around. It really helps whether you're watching us live on Twitch or if you're watching the VODs on YouTube. Any and all support is deeply and greatly appreciated, and engaging in any possible way genuinely helps push us further in the algorithm and get people interested. We also have a Discord channel that people can join. Oh my goodness, gracious me! Thank you so much, Firewolf, for the 5 gifted subs. Oh my god.
Thank you, Barry
That
Wolf.
is so kind of you. Thank you. But yeah, I am now going to pass the torch over to Juno.
Hello, it is me, Juno. You can find me on the internet at either Crowva or Crowva Arts, usually Crowva nowadays. I've gotten first dibs on the name, let's go. But yes, I do art and things. All the art assets that you see on stream right now were done by my hand. So if you want your D&D characters or other characters or whatever, my commissions are open. Other things to promote. I have a webcomic called Back from the Brink. It is about a undead demon detective in hell who has to solve his own murder case. The comic is currently on hiatus right now, but Chapter 2 just finished up, so there's plenty of content to read. It is on Webtoon and Tumblr. And my final bit of promo is for the stream as a whole. We are currently raising money with the Love for Trans team that we did a whole month's worth of campaigning with in January, raising money together as a group for Advocates for Trans Equality, which is a fantastic organization that does a lot of work in helping trans people figure out financial help as well as like legal documentation and help in courts and all of that. It's a really, really good cause. They have a lot of really great resources. I'll grab the link to their website as well, but the donation link to Sleepysheepy Productions Tiltify link should be in the chat if you just scroll up a little bit. I think I'll pin it as well. I'll be a good mod and I'll pin it. So yeah, please donate to that if you can. We're raising money all weekend, so hell yeah. That's it for me, I think.
Awesome. Next is Bro.
Hello. I am Brodingles. That's at Brodingles everywhere because no one else would ever have this username ever. It is completely nonsensical. Anyway, I do nothing. I'm joking. I do art occasionally. I do song covers. I occasionally retranslate Japanese songs into English. That is just kind of like I wouldn't say a side thing, but it is something that I do just not incredibly consistently. However, if you would like random content and the occasional me being unhinged about the most niche thing you can possibly think of, then that would be at Brodingles on Tumblr, YouTube, TikTok, actually everywhere but Twitch, which is Amazdingles. That's different. But yeah, no, I that's it.
Yeah. Next up, Becca.
Hi. I'm Becca. I actually don't do much in terms of making things, but I'm a huge consumer of the things that all these other people make. That's fantastic.
Aw.
I am on social media, but I kind of keep that a little more to me, so thumbs up.
If you want to talk to Becca, you have to join the Sleepysheepy Discord server.
Yeah.
That's where you go for that.
Yeah.
And then that leaves Bubbly.
Hello, I am Bubblytarts, or Bubbly, whatever you want to call me. I use she, they pronouns. I am playing Isabel, who is the Mothfolk Ranger. And things about me. Go watch Realm Jumper. I have a web series called Realm Jumper about a kid who falls through a hole in space-time and ends up learning about character tropes and found family in the multiverse. It's real cool. A lot of the people on this stream have helped out in some capacity or are big fans, and I appreciate it very much. So go watch it. The whole first season is on YouTube for free, and the second season is actively in production. Otherwise, my commissions are currently closed, but keep an eye out for that. And other things, I don't have a ton to promote, but you can see me on the Sleepysheepy channel all of the time, so stick around and watch our other streams, and you'll see me around every once in a while.
Awesome. And I guess I should go next. Hi, I'm B. I'm your Dungeon Master tonight. You can find me here on alternating Wednesdays as Chrysanthemum on Circus of Dreams. Also pretty much a regular around here. Otherwise, you can find my work on the DM's Guild under my name. Including Cosmos Curiosities, Piranesi and the Library of Sigil, just a lot of different projects there, and I do writing commissions, so if you are interested in writing about your OCs, or anything really, you can reach out to me on Discord or any of my social.
Yippee!
Alright, I think we did it, gang. I think that's it.
You did it.
You did it.
I don't think there's anything stopping us anymore. Alright, so, with that said, let me get into my narrator voice a little, and I will start us proper. The world of Terdra has been defined from its very inception by a constant ticking clock, a sword of Damocles that unsheathed itself as the world began to grow and people began to try and flourish. Every 100 years or so, portals from planes beyond would rip into reality and ravage the material with monsters from those other worlds. Elementals, mephits, and the heads of these invasions, dragons. Their rampages left society after upstart society on the brink of collapse over and over again. Time was marked in centuries, rises and falls of culture, each attempt enduring just a little longer than the last. Today, the kingdoms of this world have fully committed to unifying each turn of the century to beat back the extraplanar ravages and learn in the coming century more ways to ensure survival. Each kingdom resorted to different efforts to do so, which brings us to our story. Our heroes, along with fleets and armies from across the kingdoms, have braved the dangers and flew their skyship, the Lady Adventure, as named by its owner Casanova, into the most dangerous incursion point and survived. The day and the coming century have been saved more handedly than ever before. It's cause for widespread celebration and joy. Now the only trouble is getting back home to the kingdom of Osfalani from no man's land. And with that, I will once again turn to the group. Why don't we introduce our wonderful little intrepid group of sailors who we are following for this campaign? Do we want to go the same order, I guess, to make things easy?
Yeah, let's go same order.
Okay.
The same order.
I am playing Casanova, Triton Drunken Master Monk. As B let slip, he is the owner of this ship, and that is about all you can get this man to do on a consistent basis. Debatably a fair weather friend. He is playful, flirty, lazy, but useful in a fight, if not a little non-committal to any actual work that needs to happen on the Lady Adventure proper.
Wonderful. I will be playing Orion, the High Elf Star Druid, Circle of Stars Druid. He is the ship's navigator as well as the sort of magical overseer, at least among this group of 5 here. He tries to keep everything, generally on track for the ship, and is currently trying to do his best at making their way home as, what's the word I'm thinking of? We'll say as seamless as possible. How much success he's having in that, I suppose we shall see. But yeah, that's Orion. Oh, he, him pronouns, I should say.
Alright, so I'm playing Reuben. Reuben is the ship's chaplain and paladin, oath of devotion, a little something, TM? Reuben is Reuben. Tends to try to focus the most on a level of balance, but that's what that is tends to change depending on the situation. So I have no idea what is going on with this person, and I think that's the best I can do.
All right.
Alright, so I'm playing Kithri. She is a halfling Tempest cleric. She is predominantly a ship's medic, but she also more or less has made herself a caretaker of the little elemental that helps control the ship, help power the ship, which is why she's also a little more mechanic looking. Yeah.
Awesome.
And I am playing Isabel, who is her. She is the Mothfolk Ranger. She is in charge of a lot of. She's here to do the fighting. She knows that. Very militaristic or at least she tries to be, trying very hard to seem stoic and in charge of things, even if she's not exactly. But she is very good with a sword and with a bow, and she's a little bit quiet in the background, but at this point knows that all of these other people are good on their word as well, even if they have their own quirks. But she is here for one thing and one thing only, and that was to help out with the fighting.
All right. I guess with that, let me set your scene a little bit, because there is, in fact, nothing left to say besides that. You all are a little bit away from the place you had your big epic battle with the Draconic Incursion. That rocky battleground known as the Slumbering Maw is a little bit in the distance. You are instead in the last town right before the Slumbering Maw, chipperly named Deadend.
Nice.
You all know for a fact that Deadend is basically only here for 2 reasons. Ship restocks and refuelments, and thrill seekers who want to watch the action when the incursions come. But it is the best place before you take off back to your home kingdom to really resupply, set yourselves up for success, and get all the materials you need for your return journey. So, the first question I'm going to ask all of you is, what do you think your character is doing to try and resupply the Lady Adventure and reset up for your return journey?
Or go ahead.
I immediately knew. Casanova is cleaning the ship, which is not something that he would normally do. However, it got so dirty and nasty during the fight probably covered in dragon guts at some point.
Oh.
And he's like, no, my baby, my beautiful ship. You guys take care of all of the fancy shit, all of the restocks and everything. I have a mission, and that is making her beautiful again.
Amazing.
Yes, I believe Orion is looking for, really just, maps, any sort of information about weather patterns, anything along those lines, what other places we may need to stop in the future to refuel, that navigator stuff.
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense.
I'd have to say that Reuben right now is counting, as in anything that they've already started supplying with. Reuben has taken upon themselves to keep. For some reason, the numbers are what is on Reuben's mind.
Gotcha.
It's the amount. It's straight up just okay, I'm going to go through this once, and I'm going to go through it again, and then I'm going to make sure that is consistent, like that kind of thing.
Makes sense. Taking inventory.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm messing with your numbers, because I am buying rope. We need rope. Lots of rope.
Specifically rope?
Specifically rope. Isabel is she's very insistent that, no, we used rope to try and grab onto the dragons and to try to tie them down, or to wrap around and lasso and carry around. We flew around too much trying to take care of them, and now we don't have enough rope because it all got burned or torn up, or we cut it in places, so we need more rope.
How much rope is this ship able to carry?
Why don't you use some
Ooh,
of
thick
the-
enough.
You know, bug girl, why don't you use some of that rope on me?
She walks away.
No, come back! Well, you make one
I
joke.
have
and
to
the
buy
wizards
more
ignore
rope.
you.
Kithri, what are you planning to do on this basically this load up / shopping day before you head back out to the open sky?
She's making sure that there is enough medical supplies in case anything happens. She's also probably helping a little with getting food. We want good, nutritious food as long as we can hold on to it. And probably checking in on the elemental.
Awesome. Alright, I think I'm gonna take those piece by piece this first go around. So Casanova, what is your cleaning effort looking like?
I have a bucket. I have a mop. I have a grit and determination. If there is scum or goo, I am scrubbing it with my bare hands. Hands and knees, mind you. Ass out is an important detail as well. My booty is popping. He's awful. He's the worst. He is shockingly making headway because he's putting his whole Casa Osi into this.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
I'm imagining those car commercials where it's
it does look like a sexy car wash, but for an entire boat.
Oh my god, dude.
He does like a tie. Funny on the topic of ropes. When Isabel brings more ropes, he does like tie some to himself and then to the railing of the ship so that he can like wash off the side of the boat. Like when I say man's is determined, it is to an insane degree.
Oh, he
I
used
would-
the rope in a good way.
I know even better ways
rare
if you want to
commodity.
hang out later.
My
Oh, there
God.
goes.
Well, it's unbearable already.
I'm so sorry. No, I'm
I
not.
love him.
This is
I need to
great.
throw him
How
off
am I
the
supposed
ship.
to survive this stream?
Oh. There's an energy already, and I'm here for it. All right. So here's the thing. I was gonna have Casanova like roll, but I feel like it's the case of Casanova will succeed. The metric being used up here is time more than anything. So I don't know if you still want to roll just to see like how long it's gonna take you, or like how quickly Casanova's going through. I think no matter what, the ship will be cleaned by Casanova's hand. I think it'll just depend on time.
Can I roll performance?
I think that is appropriately stupid. Yes, absolutely. First roll of the campaign. Roll performance
Oh,
to see how
fuck.
well you clean this boat.
Wait, I have pink dice on my desk.
the
I can
first
use real dice. I have real pink dice that I've never
Whoa,
used before.
crazy.
Do it, do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm so sorry. I wasn't gonna use it. I was gonna
What's
use
the cast?
D&D
What is
Beyond, and then I
Casanova's roll for
realized.
boat? No, yeah.
That's a good roll. That's a 14 plus 4 is an 18.
Holy
Damn.
Casanova, you are like actually moving. You are moving at a pretty good clip. Like, as much as everyone's a little exasperated by Casanova's intrusions, you do notice that he is making headway. Like, the boat is looking cleaner by a significant degree.
Wow, impressive.
They're schmoovin'.
I wink. Anyone walks by, I wink and make eye contact.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Casanova like ass out and Reuben just walks by and like makes a check like, oh, cake. Extra little treat.
Oh my god.
I love you all. I'm gonna throw Casanova off this ship.
It's my boat.
Oh, this is amazing. Excellent. Phenomenal. Going down the order. Orion.
Yes.
I figure. What does your process look like? Are you like actively doing cartography? Are you gonna like go into town and buy some materials? Like what part of the process are you on as you presumably walk past Casanova doing this?
Yes, I think he's probably on the way out to go. I don't know if. I mean, I'm not sure if he would know who exactly to talk to, but I'm sure there's someone in town who has the, information on refueling and such that would be useful to have. So I think he's on the way out, as he just sort of sees this happen and it's just like, I guess this is just what I'm going to be dealing with now. All right, nothing has changed even now that the dragons are gone. I see.
Amazing. You do know of a person in town. Do not mind the names, they're just here. They're like one of the shopkeepers who manage specifically like nautical things, star charts, This place is basically made to be. This is a weird analogy. You know those like big truck stops where they have like places for the truckers to shower and like
I go to Fantasy Buc-ee's, I see.
Oh my god, same brain cell.
this. the town of Deadend is basically a giant Fantasy Buc-ee's. That's some people can live in. The person who is running this little part of the shop that you know of is named Doris Solaris. They're a gnome woman who is eagerly moving away different maps and charts for the last night's stuff is being put aside for today's, you know.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes, I am looking for updated navigational materials. I am the navigator for the Lady Adventure. Oh god, what is the town that we are going to?
Your
Like home?
kingdom. Yeah, your
Our
kingdom's
kingdom?
name is Asfalani.
Asfalani. Any routes to Asfalani? Anything we should be aware of on our journey there?
Yes. There's a couple things. It should be clear skies the whole way. You're from one of the major kingdoms, so they've done their best to make their skyways open. You watch as she produces a large map and instantly gets to work putting both her arms in it and rolling it because she cannot do it with like her hand because tiny. She just puts both of her arms in and starts rolling it up like a scroll would. And she's just like, so, way back home from your successful world saving and whatnot?
Yes. I feel it is only part of the journey ahead.
Well, hopefully this will be less stressful for you than what came before.
Hopefully, yes.
I hope you are at least going to take the night to celebrate. I mean, you killed how many dragons?
I'm not entirely sure. I suppose you lose count after a little while. No, I suppose I must talk to the captain to see when we are heading out. I imagine we will be here for a little while.
Yeah, right.
Do you know of anything that we must check out while we are here?
Well, the only real tavern in town is the Droopy Drake's, so going over there.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
And she, like, finishes rolling it up and stuffs it into one of those, like, scroll cases. She says, here you go for the map. As for star charts, well, I'm hoping you're staying until the evening because, well, I'm gonna need to look at the sky in order to get that accurate.
Right.
So I'll tell you what, you and your buddies stay here until the evening, and before you go, I will meet you at the tavern and hand you the accurate star.
Wonderful, thank you. Your help is most appreciated.
And don't worry about the price, dear. You've saved our world and society for another 100 years. The least I can do is give you a damn map.
Oh, are you sure?
She gives you a look.
Fine, I'll
It's the granny look. You know the one.
Well, thank you very much, miss.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Orion, and have a good evening.
You as well.
And Orion, with a map in hand, you begin your return journey, and I believe that is probably around when you would bump into Reuben.
Hello.
Reuben, what are you up to?
So it seems to be very this is the only way I can think to describe this.
Yeah.
It's very throwing rice in front of a vampire kind of situation.
Yes.
As in, it's just like it's kind of like a each little thing that could be taken inventory of, and this is very like it's a little compulsive kind of situation. As in, like if he has run into Orion, then it's just like ship crew member, write that down.
Okay.
Do you need any assistance with the inventory there, Reuben?
No, I think I've got it. I think I'm pretty on top of it. It seems that we've gotten a lot of rope now.
Good,
I don't know if it's
good.
too much, but we do have a lot of it.
Right.
I noticed 5 rats. We don't need that many, but they're there. Yeah.
Well, I think I can perhaps help with that, and he will cast a little starry magic in his hand, and a little tressym, a little starry fey tressym, a little cat with wings, appears perched on his shoulder, and he will let the cat down, say, go on, Nigel, there's rats abound. You should go get yourself some lunch.
Oh, incredibly useful. Thank you, Nigel.
Yes, of course.
Nigel kind of scratches at his own face a little as an acknowledgement of your words, and then just long stretches and goes about their way. They're so
Good
confident in their
stretch.
ability. They're so confident in their ability to rat catch that they do not even use their wings. They just strut up the boat.
Beautiful.
Oh, precious.
It's a little gray bangle looking cat. Little spots.
How
Good.
dare you not tell us you have
Oh,
a
I love
fucking
cats.
cat, you bastard.
Yeah,
I
we didn't-
realized right now I could have or not right now, but when earlier today I was like, wait, I can have a cat.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
I got a DM.
I'm
I
sorry.
got a message from Juno about the cat. It was great.
I thought you were saying I got a DM, like, shut the fuck up,
Denied.
I need to run the game.
No.
This was earlier today.
Earlier.
And I was like, wait, there's an optional druid ability in which I can have a familiar. What if I have a cat?
Well, now I need to draw your cat, so
Hilarious.
give me an art reference. DM me, DM me,
Okay,
DM me.
I do have a picture actually.
Oh shit.
I'll DM you.
Excellent.
Hey, kitty.
So while Orion and Nigel make their way, Reuben, there are obviously many places to get different kinds of healing throughout this place because, you know, they know how many people are going to come back with grievous wounds. What specifically are you kind of looking for?
Specifically in that kind of area, it would be more of a like, how do I? So the idea is you would hope that nothing would go wrong on like this kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
That's not how this person operates. It's I'm going to assume everything's going to go wrong, so it's more of a looking for something that would be a quick patch kind of thing, like
Yeah.
medically, something that can be used like as immediately as possible.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So you go to basically what looks like a more general store because that's probably where you get like your first aid things as opposed to like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
anything specific or magical. And sure enough, there are various common healing potions. You would know that, like the more powerful ones are kind of reserved for apothecaries and the like, but the common healing potion is pretty easily located in a place like this that are expecting adventurers. And you also, of course, find bandages, gauzes, the usual like first aid kit-esque material. Your captain would have absolutely told you to like put that on like the ship's tab, you know? And so you would have the means of doing so. You would, you would come up to a Triton, a Triton named Fergus, who is like taking, like a normal gray to blue skinned Triton, who's like taking, you know, the shop stuff after. And just resupplying for your return trip.
Yes, we are. I was looking into some quick working thing, you know, bandages, your typical health potions, just those kind of any sort of recommendation of a kind, or is
Yes. He kind of like interrupts you a little bit, but you could tell it's in like the, you know, the service worker, I know what you need kind of way.
yeah.
He's like, 1 second, and he just sort of quickly gets like he just goes, I'm assuming for a whole crew, yes?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so we will be, and you watch him make his way to this like lever and pulley system, this like old contraption that he just spins, and then eventually a crate, a barrel, just sort of lands directly off to the side of him, and he opens it and just starts filling the barrel with all the stuff you've been asking for.
Ooh, amazing. Okay.
And he eventually closes the lid on it and just goes, it's all gonna get kind of jumbled up, but you can organize it depending on your ship's needs.
Absolutely great. Thank you so much. I don't know how to carry this, but I will find a way.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I will find a way.
You exchange the captain's name and tab and all of that's put aside, and you get the sneaking suspicion that like you're probably gonna get this at a semi-discounted rate because you saved everyone, but like you can't acknowledge that.
It's the polite, like
thing...
like a haha, yeah, we're just gonna take that exchange kind of thing, and it's just like, you look at the tab later and you kind of go like, yeah, that's what I read.
Exactly. But he just kind of shuffles off, leaving you with this barrel of unfortunate weight.
God. We're gonna find a way. We're gonna find a way to move this. It might... We do have rope.
You're gonna backpack the barrel?
We're gonna... I honestly might be able to.
That's so funny. Okay. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes.
Has Reuben done this kind of thing before, do you think?
I actually do genuinely think that she has. Like, this... I feel as though Reuben is stubborn enough to be like, I have to solve this problem now, and then just literally just carry something that should not be carried in such a way that it should not be carried.
Yeah, Reuben just hairbrains a way to make it work.
Exactly.
Gotcha,
Dragging, pushing, putting on back, just literally whatever.
I mean, it is a barrel. You can roll it.
In the back of Reuben's mind, they hear Orion. Here's a barrel. You could just roll it.
This has probably happened in a prior conversation.
Yes, absolutely.
I thought it was a crate.
Oh yeah. I said crate first and then changed my mind, so that's on me.
Okay, it's a barrel.
Yeah,
I could just roll it.
What if there's a crate and a barrel?
Like, describe
What if there's a barrel?
A barrel.
Crate and barrel.
Barrel.
One end is round and then the other is square.
That's
a bunch of dishware in there.
So you flip it. In this particular case, you keep flipping it.
Oh my god.
God.
But yes, give us this visual of Reuben rolling this barrel up to the boat.
God. So I'm imagining Reuben at this point is like looking at this barrel, realizes, I can just roll it. And like kind of tips it over to the side. Isn't exactly happy about the fact that it's going to unorganize everything again, but it's just like, hey, we're way past that. You can just fix it later. Takes their hands and like puts it on the side and like does like how a mouse like pushes a wheel? Imagine that, but like going backwards kind of situation. As in, it's like a mouse running on a wheel. It's like doing that with their hands, but in the direction of the ship. And eventually when you got to get up the ramp, it's just like I have to push harder. Okay. And like buckles down, bending knees, pushing as much as it like is it Sisyphus who pushes?
Yeah, Sisyphus.
Yeah.
It's as though Sisyphus is pushing the thing up, except Reuben can actually succeed.
Yeah.
Casanova would see this. I'm on this side of the boat.
Yeah. Yeah, you both see Reuben quite literally rolling up.
Casanova
and then you see the moment where Reuben starts the Sisyphean task.
Yas, girl! Push that barrel!
I'm a queen!
You're a queen, bestie! Slay! Slay that barrel!
And you wipe that ship, you do it!
Not helping.
Oh, I'm wiping it real good for you, baby girl. Oh, honey, you kill that manual labor.
We're a manual labor in the house.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. I well while that's going
with the barrel.
yeah, you have completed your barrel challenge.
Solve the barrel puzzle. Anyway, sorry.
No, meanwhile, Kithri, what are you up to? And do you think you hear / see Casanova and Reuben's interaction?
Let's see, where in her task list would she be? Reuben also went and grabbed like Healy stuff, so where would she be? I don't know, maybe she's just coming up from checking on the little dude that powers the ship. Yeah, no, she sees them and just kind of blink. Okay. Just goes and goes to Reuben with their barrel of things and do you want me to help? What else in the barrel again?
So we have healing supplies. I think that would be more your speed. You might actually be able to help me make them make more sense. In the, well, every category, but mostly the organization category.
Well, definitely can do that for you. You are good with the organization, and I'm good with medicine. So together, I think we got this down.
I'm sorry, I just imagine that she like puts up like a little thing for like the implication of a little fist bump, as in like a yeah, we can do the thing kind of gesture.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fist bump.
Fist bump.
Oh, is that little pancake?
I feel like you guys take
My mic cut me out. Casanova cried out, "Oh, is that little pancake?" Kithri, little pancake, because she's a
Wanders
short
over,
stack.
pokes head around. Gonna go around. Mental picture is like, Casanova's like hanging like over the edge of the ship, right?
Yes, tied by rope.
Still or
Yes.
okay. Gonna go like poke her head around like down the gangway or something, and just sees Casanova hanging off the ship. Oh, looks like we caught a fish. And walks off.
Hey! Rude!
Below decks, Kithri, you and Reuben managed to successfully begin the process of organization and proper placement of the health supplies into their proper spaces. Is there anything else you want to do before, while you're in sort of your work time?
I mean, probably also double check that, I know Casanova's been like super cleaning, but Kithri's a little particular about the little med bay, med room, so making sure that's all up to schnuff. Probably, also fluffing some pillows and stuff. I guess there's like a bed in there or something. Just making it. Hopefully, no one has to come visit the med bay during the trip home, but you never know.
You never know.
Makes it a little comfy.
Yeah.
Are we heading to, is our home kingdom more, are we going, a little more chilly?
Tropical.
Do I need...
So, you guys are fine. Very...
She would have been, setting up a
kingdom.
blanket if we needed it. We're going somewhere chillier, so let's make sure we have enough extra blankies out.
In the air, it might get a little colder, so some extra blankets might not be a bad thing.
So she'll get some blankets set up, just because, It's gonna be a little chilly.
Okay.
I'm a big advocate of blankets.
It's important. Excellent. And with that, I believe we are good to move on to Isabel. Isabel, what are you doing?
So she already got the rope. Set
Okay.
that in a little pile. She probably didn't organize it herself. It was probably put on. I have to talk about the rope, unfortunately, first. Bought it, when like wrap around circles, and then probably set it on the ground, and was like, I don't need to count that. Someone else is going to do that. At this point, I know that someone else is going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The ominous sounds of barrel rolling in the distance. But after that, she probably wanted to check the sales. She's thinking like, oh, other people are going out to buy supplies. That was like my one thing that we're gonna need, but I know that everyone else has stuff they're also getting. But I want to make sure that the ship is ready to go, because if we can't even get out of the port, then what is the point? So we should make sure that nothing got broken. Hopefully a lot of the big damage was dealt with, but sales are picky, and flying is tricky. Hey, that rhymed. So let's go check that out.
Yeah. Why don't you make me a perception check? Or actually investigation. You're more actively seeking out things. So I think investigation makes sense.
Yippee! I'm also better at investigation.
This is good news. I just realized that I stole saying that from Jerry Horcrux with the Acquisitions Incorporated. That is a thing I've stolen.
It's your bit now.
It's good for you.
Well,
Yeah. My bit now.
Unfortunately, that's still not a great roll. That is a total of 9.
Chat, I think now's a great and natural time to lead into something I should have said at the start of this campaign. For this campaign, chat, you may know, residents of the Circus of Dreams campaign definitely know, that if you gift a sub during the session, if you donate in that way, if you do those things, or pay a reward out of channel points, usually there's a wild magic card pulled. In this campaign, things will be a little different. For people who resubscribe or gift or do that sort of thing, there's instead the opportunity to give inspiration to either a member of the party or to me. So keep that in mind, and I think for the sake of it, because we had a resub and a lovely gifted sub, so to our lovely people in chat, do consider who you might want to gift inspiration to. Yeah. So, that's the thing to keep in mind. Finger gun. Anyway, I should have said that at the front, but I forgot. Anyway, Isabel.
It's okay. My beefit helps you out.
Yeah, it was a natural flow moment. So, you're not entirely sure what the right amount of, like, how damaged is damaged, Like, I think that's what's tripping you up, is like, yes, that's patched, but is that patch gonna last? Like, is that good enough? It's not so much that you don't see the issues, it's more that you don't know how big of issues they are and if they're worth fixing.
Well, I suppose we can always use the blankets as patches. We could also buy... Well... That's for the higher-ups. That's not my... I'll bring it to their attention, but... Well, Casanova would want me to bring it to his attention, but...
I suppose... I will mention, technically speaking, Casanova would probably have a better idea than you. If you wanted to ask directly, you
Walk
could
of shame.
approach Cass.
He's hard to find.
Alright.
She will fly over there because she does have wings. And I am wearing light armor, so I can use them. And so she's going to fly down to the side of the ship so she's standing beside him.
I stand upside down, you know how I imagine the rope is like tied around his waist. He like hangs upside down provocatively and just like, "Hey, Buggy Boo."
She is right side up as if she's standing there, just wings flapping, but like feet straight up as if she was standing with her arms crossed. How damaged does the ship's sails have to be before they are in need of repair?
Face goes serious. What's wrong with my baby?
Well, they got a bit roughed up, but some of them have been patched over. I'm just not
Lift me.
as familiar with the quality. What?
Lift me. And I hold my arms out.
You want me to pick you up?
I need to check on her. It is faster this
Fine.
way, and you are well aware of that fact.
I am, for efficiency. And she will take him baby hold.
Just dragging him up.
This is really funny because her strength score is garbage, so this is hilarious.
We're taking it slow.
Yeah. She's trying real hard. Those wings are going flap, flap, flap.
Eventually, Casanova, you see pretty clearly the sails were definitely damaged by claw and various elemental breath weapons. They have been patched. The patches look like they will hold, but it may be good to have, like, if not replacement sails, then backups for the patches just in case.
I almost said you wasted my time. However, we could stand to get something else. Alright, Buggy, we need to go to town. Not in the fun way. In the other fun way.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Question.
You really quickly, your question.
How would mending work in this circumstance? Would mending?
Mending
Is this
would,
too big for mending?
It would take multiple mendings, and it would effectively be the equivalent of you not having to do any sewing work to put on the patch. You would just, like, put the thing on, cast mending, it's on, which is why it will hold, but having the backups in case more damage happens is still useful, you know?
Nod. I said no, because one of us will go into town. I don't think that that's a two-person job.
Oh, come on,
That's
Buggy.
inefficient.
Is babbling like this efficient?
Don't you have a wall to get back to?
Well, no, because now I have a sale to attend to, Buggy.
Must you continue with the nickname?
It's cute. It's endearing. Are you not a bug?
Hmm.
Do you not go buzz buzz and flap your
Do you
little
know where we
wings?
have to go for the sales?
No idea. We could go ask
I do
around the
not
local
buzz.
tavern.
And she's going to lower them down to the deck.
Wee.
We could go into town and ask the first person we see.
Now who's talking about inefficient? You're just going to ask any Joe Schmo. What if it's a child?
We would ask an adult.
What if it's an old man?
If an old man is living in this town, Then I will safely assume that he knows what he's doing.
Oh, it's fun to watch you squirm like a little caterpillar. That's what used to be, right? Something like that?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I mean, I'm curious. I know we both come from eggs, probably.
I'm not going to talk with you about this.
That's fair. Come on. And I walk into town.
Oh my gosh. Quickly enough, you find your way to, like, the proper, like, repair space for the chips and everything. And you come upon a very excitable water genasi who is, like, just constantly holding spools of thread and various things. You think that they one part patch up sails and then the other part just do anything that requires sewing. They just love that process, I think, is what you pick up from their entire store, demeanor, excessive amount of hats, dotting the walls, things like that.
Oh, Izzy, this looks like your kind of person. I think you should go say hi.
Why would you do that to me?
What do you mean, why would I do that to you? Don't you like people?
Fine.
I'll go with you. I'll be right
No.
there. You don't love people, but you love me.
That's what I'm afraid of. That's debatable on a good day.
Debatable! You wound me, woman! I knew you were
Hello.
fighting.
We were hoping to. We were hoping to purchase some fabric for patches for our sails.
This water genasi just turns to you quickly, and without a word, you watch as she, like, reaches behind her and pulls on, like, a backpack full of giant spools of thread, and it sends her back into the halls of this place, like she's tied it around herself.
Oh.
And she just, like, yeets herself back into the rooms, and you hear shelves opening and closing at rapid speeds, and then from, like, halfway across this little room, be with you in a second!
You know, Baby
You
Belle,
can't
I
tell
think
if
you
that is the opening and
broke
closing
her.
of shelves. You can't tell if that's the opening and closing of shelves or her bonking into things. Maybe both.
Well, it's efficient to do it this way.
And you watch as the thread wheels her right on back to the front, and she has, like, a very lovingly patched, like, put together little kit that has, like, the patches, the fabric patches at the exact sizes, like the needles needed and the proper thing. Like, it is even like little, almost like the Lego building kits where they're numbered, you know?
Oh, amazing.
Just like all wonderfully put together, and she just hands you this whole package, and it's just like, you're an average sky ship heading back to mainland kingdoms. Yes, this should be standard size. Any variation can just be accomplished with. And she hands you another sheet of paper that has the exact measurement, like, stuff. That will be at about 3 gold, if that's alright with you. You have the ship's tab, it's no new issue, but, like, it's more stunning that this person just instantly has this all in their brain, you know?
Does that look good for what we need?
I look it over scrutiningly. How's it look, B?
It's pretty exact. It's pretty exact.
You, my good lady, have an eye for business. I'll be sure to recommend you to any and all that I come across. Paid and exposure. The Lady Adventure has a lovely reputation, you know.
That's great, dear.
Bink, bink.
Is actively, like, is actively working on like an embroidery or something while you are talking.
Yes, I mean, obviously, we're a big deal. Helped my vessel valiantly went in to help save the world and all that. It was absolutely glorious. She's truly the best ship out there. You should be honored having your work proudly to be displayed upon her. Is like looking
That
for a
sounds very
reaction.
honorable. Yeah, that sounds very honorable. Sounds very, very exciting.
And
I
I mean,
should
like,
have, stitched my logo onto those.
if you saw her, you'd fall. It's love at first sight, really. Who cannot help but to fall in love with it? I mean, right, Belle.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yes. Do you not agree
Um,
that the Lady Adventure is just the most wonderful vessel to ever grace the skies, land, or sea?
I mean, it does now have it's a fine ship. It does have a reputation now for being, or at least I would hope it has a reputation now for helping to take down the dragons and the incursion.
Yes, exactly. See, beautiful, and she's lovely, correct?
Yes, that's a word that you use to describe her a lot.
We'll be taking our leave. And, like, as we're walking out, I, like, grab Isabel and, like, pull her in. Just like, we need to work on your yes-anding skills, girl.
But yes, and what?
You were leaving me high and dry out there.
You're a fish, you don't get dry.
I also need to teach you what words mean, apparently. Or word play, rather.
Okay. You're always playing games.
Yes, and I need you to play along, dear. It would be more
I can do that.
efficient.
Oh, then yes, then certainly I can do that.
Wonderful. He's like rolling his eyes.
And with a good day's work, you all reconvene on the deck of the ship, I suppose. And this is where Orion, you have gotten your things together. Reuben and Kithri, you have successfully organized the med bay, and you all kind of see Isabel and Casanova returning with needed ship repairs. So yeah, you guys seem to be all set.
Yes, well, it appears we have to wait around until the morning, as I'm not going to be able to acquire the proper star charts until after the stars can be charted tonight. So it appears we have a little bit of time to kill in this town before we head off.
Isn't it... Why are we waiting for that? Isn't it literally your job to chart the stars, and now you're paying someone else to do it? What do we pay you for?
Well, I need assistance. I can't do my calculations if I don't have proper things to work from.
Oh, I love it when you talk nerdy.
Alright, well, regardless, we're stuck here for a while.
As you say that, there's a voice from the lower decks that just goes, "Well, I've been thinking about that." And your captain arrives on deck.
Oh fuck, let me pull up the art.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Why the fuck have we had black frames? What the fuck?
Oh no.
It's fine. It'll be fine on the VOD.
Yeah, okay.
I thought it was my end because there is unfortunately storm overhead.
Here's the thing, it's also storming for me.
Oh, fair.
That would do it.
Bear with us, chat.
The demons.
Demons.
Here's the thing, as long as it's fine on
It's
the
the
VOD.
dragons. It's the dragons in the sky. They're coming to kill stream.
No.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
back
really...
for revenge already.
Yeah.
There's not exactly much
I think right
can
now,
do
though,
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
right
we're
now the
good.
lag's like, I just peeked in. The lag right now is like non-existent. We're
Okay.
like a second or two behind,
Yeah,
That's good.
so we should be good.
but yeah, I'm putting Captain on stream.
but
so
yes.
please
I don't
keep
know the
talking.
difference.
Excellent, excellent. This you would all know. You would all know his name, but you'd probably just refer to him as Captain anyway. This is Captain Langford Finch. He's a grizzled old sailor who has probably been doing this for a while, considering that he has the lifespan of a proper half-elf. He's who was put on leading this vessel when it was commandeered from Casanova.
I got away with not paying my taxes, but I couldn't get away with dodging the war. Well, this one.
It does unfortunately affect us all.
Well,
You've dodged other wars.
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyway,
I'm sure it's fine.
Cappy,
I'm sure.
darling, how are you doing today?
well, seeing as we all lived to not be eaten by dragons or any other horrors from the plains, I'm actually doing pretty great. I heard that we were probably sticking in Deadend for the night.
Yes, I have to wait until the morning to get the proper calculations that I need.
It's all right. I think we've warranted a night of rest after everything.
Yes.
Rest is always a good idea.
Yes. I suppose that if one of our healers is advocating for it, then I will agree full-heartedly with the notion. Thank you for your expertise.
Right, Casanova? You like your beauty sleep.
I do love my beauty sleep. Though, don't pin this on me. We all know it's the little prince who wants to stay behind for the night.
It's less that I want to, but more if we all want to get to where we need to go safely, then if I don't have what I need, then I can't guarantee that.
And your ship will get all banged up.
My ship will be fine. And besides, then I just make Orion pay for the damages.
Hey,
No.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Am I getting your little princely robes in a bunch? I pinch your cheek.
It's fine. I can manage, though I'm sure we can reach into the ship's funds first.
You mean the captain's funds?
Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, I'm not particularly sure what I'm gonna be up to, but I suppose if we all have to meet up here before morning light, then I guess the current plan is we figure out sleeping arrangements, figure out what we're gonna spend the rest of the evening doing, meet back up at normal startup hours, and we get going once Orion's got the charts.
Yes, the kind map maker pointed myself rather in the direction of a tavern. I'm sure that can keep some of the crew occupied for a few hours at least.
Booze, 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 booze.
In that case, you're all properly dismissed until the morning. Don't be too hungover when we have to fly.
I make no promises.
Thank you, Captain. I'll make sure he doesn't get too hungover, Captain.
I trust you. Any questions before you go?
Would you like to share a room? And I wink.
No.
That's fair. I'll keep trying.
I'm sure you will. Your fellow crewmates are also properly dismissed. There is various clamors among them all. Yeah. I think unless anyone has anyone they'd like to stop or anything they'd like to do, I suppose we can move to the tavern.
Ooh.
Yippee. Hold on a moment. I have tavern music. Yippee.
Oh, yippee.
Yippee, 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 yippee.
So,
I'm sorry, I had to sit up.
No, you're good. It's good to get the black out. It's useful.
Get a blet from chat.
And
Can we get a bleh from chat?
if you made it this far, comment bleh.
Yeah.
Doing a little cough at the end is very important. It's part of the punctuation. Not the same word if you don't cough a little.
Exactly. It's gotta hurt your throat just a little bit.
A
A
little.
little bit. You gotta put some hair on your chest.
Look, allergy season's starting up. Like, just dig into that.
Just
Yeah.
dig into your soul.
Oh, amazing. Thank you, chat. You're all wonderful. So, in the tavern, you guys have a couple things you can do. There is your other crewmates are around. You can engage with any of them if you'd like. I'm only gonna properly pull them into the moment if they're called upon, though. You can of course talk with each other, tell stories, things like that. But I have my second big question for you all. Are you guys getting anything to eat? Or are you guys just getting stuff to drink?
Eat and drink
Food
and
is
eat
probably
and
a good idea. I think this is the last bit of proper warm food we're gonna get for a little while.
Oh,
Definitely need food if you're gonna be drinking.
Are there beer pretzels? Like the pretzel, with the beer cheese?
Mm.
Let me...
Oh, fuck, dude.
let me
I had some today.
I
The
want
answer-
that so bad.
The answer is yes.
yes.
The answer is yes, there are beer pretzels.
Oh, nice.
We're feasting tonight, boys.
There is this little tavern in Deadend is known as the Drooping Drake. The image on the little sign is of a tiny little baby dragon, sleeping very soundly next to a tankard of ale.
Yeah, a place like that wouldn't have fucking pretzels and beer cheese.
Yeah. This is the fantasy equivalent of a sports bar. The more I can
Yeah, a little bit.
So,
just, it's just, it's
We're
just.
talking Busters or are we talking like Buffalo Wild Wings?
oh, true.
I mean, it's
Whichever one
Buc-ee's.
is,
That's game.
It is a Buc-ee's.
it's a Buc-ee's. It's kind of a.
No, I was like, does Buc-ee's have a sports bar part? But then I'm like, it's Buc-ee's. I bet they do.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Would not be surprised.
I mean, they do make food, but anyway, yeah, you guys are there. You also notice other sailors of different ilk. Obviously, you're not the only crew that have docked in Deadend for the day, so there's other sailors, other pirates, things like that. People who came in to help the effort. Some you saw, some you didn't. That makes sense. It was a very big front, you know?
Mhm.
The tavern's working on all cylinders, getting everyone their food and drink. I assume you guys are all sitting at a table together.
Mhm.
In that case, you there's a plate of beer pretzels put on the table, as well as your drinks.
Yeah.
Yippee! It is stereotypical,
anything
the
you guys
fruity
do?
drink I got.
I was going to ask you.
Fruits for the fruit. Anyway. God. You were going to say B before I.
Oh, I was gonna ask what you guys got to drink. So that's
Cool,
perfect.
cool. Yeah.
I feel like Orion probably has some sort of fruity drink too. Since he said he would make sure people did not drink too much. Something that is more light.
Mhm.
I hate this person. So, for some reason, I'm sorry. So I hate. Reuben has decided, yeah, I don't want any alcohol, and it's like, cool, whatever. It's like, what do you want? Oh, the soda water.
Oh,
I hate you, Reuben.
Interesting.
Let's find out how that works. Yeah, it exists. Cool. I'm literally rolling a d20 where 10 and above is it exists. So like, yeah, sure. I think. How do you even justify the carbonation? You know what?
So here's the thing about beer. Beer is like already a little carbonated, so I kind of feel like they would have some way to do this. Like,
Yeah. Am I making a custom cantrip of carbonate drink? Because that's kind of.
Be careful the path you walk.
Fantasy worlds have had beer for ages, and we as a society have had beer before we had modern technology, so it's gotta work somehow.
We gotta carbonate something. I don't know how it works.
Oh,
I don't know
according to
either.
Chimera,
I don't know how the process works in real.
ginger bug.
No?
You can make soda like that. You're drinking bug juice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think a ginger. I think a little ginger thing. Would
Yeah,
be
that
nice.
sounds good.
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Minecraft drinking
you,
noise.
I think this also explains what your little deckhand Anatole is drinking as well.
Oh yeah.
I can post Anatole.
He's quite grumpy. Yeah, he's quite grumpy about it, but yeah. I didn't want to post all the NPCs at once because they're all technically all in the room, but I did bring him up, so
Yeah, you brought up. I'm just gonna
Uh,
be putting them on stream as you mention them.
So grumpy.
that makes sense.
Funny teen.
Your angry little angsty teen, Anatole. I think Reuben, you see Anatole get this drink and it's just like, I helped save the world. I could have had my first beer. It would have been a touching moment of coming of age.
Unfortunately, it's not up to me.
If it's up to me, I say
Isn't
let
that
the kid
true?
drink.
I have none.
No, we're not going to be
No.
doing that.
Oh, boring.
I agree.
You want a sip? You can have a sip.
Not even a small.
Mm,
How
What-
old are you, Anatole?
Like 17.
You can have a sip of my drink.
Right, I have no idea how long that is in not elf years.
Mm,
Sip the drink,
almost
kid.
an adult.
Mm.
Okay. He takes one sip and immediately just wait. Actually, I'm gonna roll something.
You're gonna roll to see if it tastes like ass.
Oh my god, why? He takes one sip of it and is just like, yeah, all right, that's pretty good.
Oh
Ooh,
shit.
very interesting.
We got a
You
natural
rolled a
party
20.
maker over here.
Oh no.
Are you kidding me?
That's so funny.
And
like-
a toll crit on alcohol.
I ruffle his hair roughly and I'm like, oh, we got a natural party boy over here. I'll raise you well.
Don't
Don't
touch.
let him influence you.
I'll try. And you see him like do that kid thing where he reaches for the pretzels, but he's not sure if it's cool to take the pretzels yet.
hand
I'll
him.
push the plate slightly towards him.
He guns for it.
Oh, can I get a side order of fish and chips?
That's a meal, friend. The
Right.
pretzels are the side order.
And your point is? Your point is?
My point is get a meal. Like you can order it.
Doesn't matter what I call it. I'm a little confused. They
Yes,
know I
it
want
do-
fish and chips. I mean, if it's a little, I just don't understand why we need the semantics.
Aren't you the one who counts everything?
Yes, I am.
And you're making a fuss over me making a fuss over semantics, over you making a fuss over semantics, over me. Over you.
Yes.
Is this confusing?
Never change, Reuben. Never change.
I'll try not to.
Riveting. Reuben, you are given your fish and chips. I think Anatole, just hearing this conversation, just like looks at all of you, eats another pretzel. You're weird.
I know.
Are
It's
you
fine.
just noticing this?
No,
Okay.
that's
Just-
I just didn't know if I was okay to say it, but now it's like, seems socially acceptable.
Okay, pink-haired pronouns.
No, you're right. We're weird. Did you look in a mirror?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, let's stop bullying the child.
But it's so
Anatole, here's a pretzel for the
easy.
way. It's a child.
I could bully you.
That's what makes it
Maybe.
easy.
I like lean in
I'd
on my
prefer if you
elbows.
didn't.
You're like, in this moment, Anatole takes his cup, and the next time you look, he's gone.
Good job. You scared him away.
Oh, that's okay. Orion wants me to bully him. I didn't know he was into that.
I didn't say that.
Oh, but you're not denying it, darling.
I just said not to bully the child.
Exactly.
You know what? Make that 2
You
orders
as
of fish and chips.
Oh, you want a bite of me? And I slide onto your lap? Eat all you
Oh my
want,
God.
dear.
Oh,
I'm
God.
not on the menu.
Oh, I lay on the table. I could be.
feel like
Kithri
that
just
goes against-
picks up the plate of the pretzel sticks.
Amazing.
It doesn't get very high in the air. She is short.
That's true,
but
just
it's
out of the
principle
way.
of the thing.
I am dramatically
Theoretically,
of
I
mine.
did bite you.
Oh, I'm into that.
That's not sanitary, Casanova.
This is a bar. Kithri, I don't think anything here is sanitary.
Orion starts anxiously looking to see if there are any, waitresses around who are gonna be mad at us and kick us out.
If only.
Come on, Baby Belle. Tell them they're being
I continue
stuffy.
to sip my drink nonchalantly.
Baby Belle.
What?
Tell them they're being stuffy.
I'm not a baby.
God, it's a term of endearment.
Well, you can't lay on the table. That's not socially acceptable. I think that's what the issue is.
You are all so boring! Except for you, Reuben. Never change. I roll off the table onto Reuben's lap.
Reuben just holds you. I feel like this has happened before.
Goes with it.
Reaches
so
around
much.
Casanova to grab a piece of fish.
Oh, you really got sleepy.
Sorry, I got the giggles.
You okay?
Oh
But-
my god.
If I may,
Please.
2 of us didn't talk about our drinks, and I
You're so right,
think
you're
that
so
would
right.
be a
Oh, yeah,
way to
yeah.
return us back to form. No, the
Back to
bit was
form.
great. I just wanted to. This felt like a good time to return to form.
Yes, yes.
My drink is not anything fancy. It is a honey mead
Ooh, good.
because I've had that, and it doesn't make me feel icky. So
Meat
I
is
had a honey
so
mead.
good.
very tasty.
I can make you feel icky. I'm so sorry. He's in my brain.
It's like
I didn't like that
seeping
one.
into your brain.
Let's see. What is Kithri drinking? Because I think I don't know. My fantasy default is I always end up going toward a cider or a mead, but I'm like, would she drink beer? I don't know.
Is she the beer
What's your
drinker of the
question?
party?
Wait, is it big mug, little lady, have to hold with two hand?
That's
Oh,
odd.
No,
Okay.
probably not that. That is very cute. I like the mental
That's
image,
fair.
but that doesn't feel like her.
That happened one time and she said never again.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't like Kithri on
Like,
beer.
ah.
Kithri on beer is not a friend.
No, she did not enjoy the time. Or the headache the next day. So, I don't know.
I know you.
Uh,
I'm sorry, he's in my
I
brain.
guess she's having a cider.
Yeah, I was about to say I could see some kind of cider that just feels like correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably cider. Definitely a cider of some sort. I had a cranberry one tonight.
Ooh, good.
Oh, nice.
It was very good.
I really want cranberry juice
If
now.
you are of drinking age, support your local breweries.
So true.
Yippee.
We were talking about cranberry juice before stream, and now you're bringing up cranberry mead, and now I just really want cranberry juice.
Oops.
You should subscribe so that Sleepy can buy cranberry juice.
Please, I'm so thirsty.
Cranberry juice.
We need
We will
a
not
juice
be able to get it
fund.
otherwise. We need a juice. Give us the juice to give Sleepy juice.
Juice.
Okay, that's actually like a really, that like for some reason was just like really sweet sounding. Like, oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah, it's juice fund.
Yeah, the juice fun. Okay. Well, Kithri, Isabel, Orion, as Reuben and Casanova are now embraced? Yeah, let's go with that. That's a word. What are you three up to as Reuben is trying to eat, as Casanova is sitting on Reuben?
I'm trying to eat my food like a normal fucking person.
Honestly,
I actually think
same.
for comedic
normal.
effect, she did not get up from the table. She is pointedly just sitting there with her food on her lap, eating it and drinking and looking at her party members being like, that's not how that goes. I don't know how to stop that.
I
feel
don't
like
think you
I
can,
have a
in all
sticker.
honesty.
Yeah,
or go ahead.
Kithri's probably just eaten too.
Yeah,
You
I
three
think
are just watching.
I think as a part of the watching, I think Orion is also keeping at least a little bit of an eye on the room, if just to see where the hell Anatole went, if they're being a menace, but just to see what else is happening.
Crewmates are loitering. Other sailors are talking to them. Usual stuff. It doesn't seem like anything too crazy is going on right now.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that I was going to say festivities, but I suppose the war was not very fun. We get to relax now. I think we've all earned it.
I feel pretty
Yeah.
relaxed.
I'm sure you do.
I steal a fry.
Nods and chewing. Just yeah. It's allowed. There's no problem.
Is that comfortable? That doesn't look terribly comfortable for either of you.
Why didn't you
No,
come
but
find
you-
out, baby
you kinda
girl?
just roll with it.
Oh.
That would be too heavy.
I'm very tall.
Here.
I was not planning on it. I am very tall, and
I slide off of Reuben's lap. I wrap my arms around Isabel's waist and try and fail with my little twink arms to pull her onto my lap.
it is comical.
Come on.
Go on, lift with your legs.
We are sitting down.
Do you want me to help?
I mean, yeah, would be appreciated.
I stand up.
Now, I pat my lap. Now sit. Now sit.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. I do a plop.
Crush. There's a little thumbs up poking out. From the
Have you learned anything from this experiment, Casanova?
Yeah. She's fluffy.
Is it in a comfortable way, or is that an unrelated part of the experiment you were trying to conduct?
I mean, I can't breathe, but the real question is if she finds it comfortable.
Okay.
Well, I want you to breathe.
Let's answer the question.
It's not terrible. It's a little odd. The chair is much better for natural sitting.
You're a moth and I'm a fish. There's not much natural about this, sweetheart.
Well, then I'm going to stand up so you can breathe again.
Fair enough.
I stand up,
Who's
and then I
next?
gesture for him to move so I can sit down.
I wiggle and I just go, who's
Is this
next?
a game that we're doing? Do we all have to do this?
I think it'd be fun. So who's next? Kiki or Ryan?
Kithri
We look at each other.
Kithri points a knife in Casanova's direction and goes, "You pick me up without my permission, I stab you."
That's why I asked the order.
I guess I'll
Goes
take
back to
one for
eating.
the team.
I sit next to Orion. Pat my lap.
He's very uncomfortable, but he will sit in your lap.
I wrap my arms around you, flirtatiously. I squeeze you a little, to see if you squeak.
Oh no.
Do you squeak?
Hold on, I'm rolling for squeak. Is high good or bad?
I assume high good.
High good, high... I rolled a 5, so I will say that he does do a squeak.
Aww.
It's a good day.
Princey, you're so loud.
We are
Can I get
eating
off?
Casanova.
Yes, I'm too far away to reach the pretzels now. Can I get off?
Yes. And I can. I won't finish that statement. Kithri might kill me.
Okay.
Right.
I'm sure she will.
Come on, Kiki, Pancake. You're the only one who hasn't tried.
I mean, technically, Reuben has not sat on your lap.
So true, actually. Ruru?
Am I being invited?
Of course.
Politely sits down as though getting teased.
You're also taller, so it's another situation.
You really don't think these things through, do you?
I think everything through Kiki.
I tend to doubt that most times.
Oh. 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 I'm offended.
Do you give me any contradictory evidence of the sort?
I don't know. Leans over. Reuben's still on my lap. Who would you like to find
Reuben
out?
slightly leans over. Reuben's also leans over, looks at Orion and says, I think he thinks things through. He just doesn't care.
You know what, Reuben, that's a very fair point. I failed to consider that. I think you might be right.
I'm imagining Casanova is pushed over just enough where Reuben's face is kind of on the table. So Reuben's saying this from the table.
Right,
I'm
no,
gonna kill
yes.
Sleepy by the end of this.
I think you will. Oh, shit, dude.
Kiki. Kiki.
Love them.
Kiki.
If I do this, will you leave it be?
Yes.
Fine.
All right, Reuben, off, and I like
Jeez.
pat your shoulder twice. Pat pat, like a dog.
He pops up like a little rabbit. Just pops up.
Kithri goes, sits on Casanova's lap for maybe a second, and gets off.
You know what? Fair enough.
She did play a part of the game. I suppose that's fair.
I don't know who won.
I don't think this was a game where anyone wins, really.
It was a competition.
Was it?
No. No.
Oh, but Belle loves
no.
competitions, right?
Did I do well?
You did excellent.
You definitely
dear.
got the biggest reaction out of him.
Yes.
I love
Congratulations on your win.
There's a little clap from.
Orion will clap too.
I clap.
Polite golf clap.
Polite golf claps all around.
Mhm.
Amazing.
A celebratory pretzel.
How you feeling, B? With this party of idiots.
Oh, I'm thriving. Like, this is excellent. This is what I had hoped would happen this session. Is you all find your voice, if you will.
I feel like we another
Sure
pretzel
did.
round.
Everyone wants me to shut up now.
You order a second round of pretzels.
Me, the player, loves Casanova.
Mhm.
Kithri does not.
Oh my
Oh god. Listen, Reuben just stated indifference, as in it's like you can never speak again and it'd be fine. I'm okay with you doing it. Either way.
Oh, funny. Excellent. As you guys drink, talk, etc., naturally the flow of conversation turns to the previous day's events and your acts of heroism. So I have another of these little questions for you guys, which is a little bit of sort of taking the idea of a paint the scene question. What's a thing that happened yesterday in the big old battle that you like would tell as a tavern story? It doesn't have to be, particularly long. It doesn't have to be narrated in character. You can if you want to, though. But primarily just, like, what's a thing that you did that you would be like, okay, so this is the thing that I think was really cool that I did, you know?
Ooh. While in the line of fire, while defending my fair lady and keeping her afloat, I was caught off guard and snatched up in the maws of one of the roaring beasts. Its mouth was hot as hell, wet and dripping, and I knew had I not acted fast, I would be swallowed or burnt to a crisp. And thusly, I knew I had to take advantage of a dragon's poor dental hygiene, as I uppercutted it so hard that its very tooth came plunging off, myself attached to it, and back onto my vessel. We still have the tooth tucked safely away into the lady's storage, of course.
Quite an impressive tale.
Thank you. And you were there, so you know I'm not embellishing for once.
Yes, though I admit I was quite far away. My brain is not wanting to do this narration in character.
You don't have to.
Unfortunately.
You don't have to. I'm
It's
extra.
okay. No, you're good. I don't know if Orion is one for fanciful stories anyway. But I think a moment from the battle. He is a star druid, and so he has a funny magical anime girl transformation. And so I just imagine at one point he sort of leaps into the air and floats there as his skin becomes littered with stars and his hair sort of gets other sort of sunsetty colors mixed into it. And he just unleashes a whole bunch of magic out in like a spray around him, getting rid of a number of like the smaller elementals and such, sort of clearing the way for the others to jump in.
Awesome. Anyone else got a thing that they have in the brain?
I have a thing in my brain.
Oh,
I have a thing in my brain. So it's like, you know, sipping a drink while stating this very casually. Says, I found something out recently. While we were there. Did you know that mephic guano can kill you? It explodes into a stinking cloud. So I lured a bunch of them into a pretty enclosed space, you know, like a kind of cave kind of thing. And I had covered it in the kind of stuff, and, you know, I set it off. They all went out in a massive, you know, boom, and, you know, destroying filth with its own filth, I guess. Very interesting to watch, though the smell could have been, like, a little better. That kind of thing.
Wow,
God.
disgusting.
Horrible, I
Absolutely
love it.
disgusting.
Impressive. I'm on like genuinely impressive, but also, ew, yucky.
Yeah, that sounds about correct, yes.
You've bathed since yesterday, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank the gods. No offense.
None taken.
oh, amazing. I
wish I was more creative. Kithri did a big heal.
oh yeah, that makes total sense.
She
You
did
like
a heal.
yeah, Kithri did a big heal. Probably restored a bunch of people who were near death.
Yeah.
I died.
Overwatch
but I
Mercy
lived.
ult.
Overwatch Mercy ult, but like instead of just like bright white yellow light, it's just like lightning and thunder coming from the sky that heals. That's actually 6
Yeah,
That's
that's
very
sick
cool.
as hell.
Yeah, she's a Tempest cleric. I don't know if I actually said that.
You're good.
Oh, excellent.
That's sick.
Excuse me.
And I think with Isabel, do you have anything?
Yes, I think that. Oh god. Will you do this in character for me, girly, or are you refusing? I think she's refusing. So she is not embellishing it. It's very, very blunt as she's talking. Yes, and there was that one dragon who attempted to climb onto the back of the ship and get towards the steering wheel, which would have been terrible if we didn't have a way to steer the ship, and so I grabbed both of my swords and I ran directly at it and ran along its spine to drive my swords down and take care of it, and then it fell off of the ship and I had to fly back up to get to it.
You were
It's very
covered in an
impressive.
impressive amount of blood.
Thank you, it was a bit disturbing, but it's part of what happens.
I suppose that does come with the territory of fighting these types of creatures.
I don't mind it as much in the moment, but afterwards it was unpleasant.
I'm shocked you find any aspect of combat unpleasant.
Only after the combat is finished.
I thought it was like your whole thing, though. I thought you'd like revel in being covered in blood and gore and viscera and blah blah blah.
Visually, yes, it's a sign that you've done well in a fight. However, it feels sticky.
Do you not like sticky?
Not on me in that way.
Oh, but other ways. Leaning in.
Like, honey? Yeah?
Well, it's not exactly honey, but... and then I feel like someone hits him.
Yeah, Cass is pulled away.
See, gut reaction is Kithri would kick. However, I don't know if her legs can reach.
You're sitting right
You're
next to
sitting
me.
right next to him.
Oh, she is there next to him now. So yes, then she kicks him. We are eating Casanova.
Fair enough. Cross my arms.
Hands pretzel. Hands cheese.
Noms like you know how Hamtaro eats sunflower seeds?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He eats it like that.
Oh cute. Same brain cell.
That was awesome. Oh, that's beautiful. You all managed to like share some stories, talk about things. Is there anything in particular anyone like has in mind to bring up to the group, or are you guys kind of just content to have bantered and such?
When the meal is over.
I think the bantering is quite fun. Let's try to make this meal last as long as possible, I think, for all of our sanities.
When the meal is over, I would like to
We need to order a
dance.
third round of pretzels.
I think we should dance.
Dance.
It's a night of revelry,
Any-
is it not?
I mean, I suppose, but this hardly feels like the place for it.
It is a tavern! Where else do you dance?
Like, at a ball? At a party?
Then we should make
been to
this a party. People don't just casually go to balls, Orion. Well, you might see
But
how
that-
you're
that's-
dressed.
Well, that's where you dance, so I'm not sure. Orion just sort of, like, side-eyes some of the, like, more rough and tumble looking people here, and he's just like, I'm not even sure if many of the people here
Yes.
really know how, or hell, honestly, if any of you know how.
You're thinking of
Actually, B, is there any sort of performer in this tavern, like at all?
Yes. 1 second. Processing of elimination of something.
Okay.
In fact, there would actually be a couple. A little thing you wouldn't know because I made it up. A common thing in these ships is having a performer or bard. Typically in the name of like having this like inspiration is useful, the magic that they provide is useful in sort of a work song kind of way to keep spirits high and energy going during long flights and manual labor. As a result, one of the people performing tonight is a member of your crew, a Fire Ganassi bard who goes by Ori. She's
Aw.
You would know that she's kind of a talkative one, likes poking around, asking you guys for your stories and what you've been up to. Super nice, wouldn't hurt a fly. Except explicitly flies, she would incinerate if one got near her, and it is like kind of a terrifying sight.
I kind of want to, while they are having this conversation about whether or not dancing is even a thing that can be happening at a tavern,
Yeah.
Reuben has heard the word "we should dance" and kind of just walks over to Ori and is just like, excuse me, at some point in the night, would you be willing to play something a little upbeat?
She kind of hears you, raises an eyebrow, and just kind of grins. Is there any particular reason, Reuben?
Oh, well, some of the crewmates want to try to dance, and I mean, you could also maybe dance while you're playing if you would like to. But that we're just trying to have a night of revelry. He tries to imitate Casanova while saying this.
The imitation is enough that Ori clocks who's probably goading this. And he's just like, see if I could find something that's more Cass's speed. And then just kind of turns, I can get that to happen for you, Reuben. No questions asked. No problem.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Have a good little party, I guess.
Like nods, actually weirdly enough bows a little bit, just out of kindness, and goes back to crew.
No.
I've made provisions.
Oh,
Right?
this is why I love you, Ruru.
Thumbs up.
Okay, so Orion, so people may not do some of your courtly dances, but trust me, get enough music going, get people happy enough, and you got all sorts of dancing happening.
He squints. I see. He does not see. He's very
Jigs.
confused.
Jigs, reels, circle dances, country stuff.
He nods as if he understands. He does not.
Those are also names for other things that I'm well versed in.
Kicks.
Worth it.
Reuben is also confused now. Does not state anything, just like it's a similar brow furrow.
Well, the circle thing goes by a different secondary.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
See, Kithri didn't even have to fully understand. Kithri just got the vibe and the tone and just...
Yeah.
Oh,
the
trust
energy.
me, and on this level, there was no vibe caught, but if Kithri caught it, it was caught.
Slowly but surely, you hear as different performers stop their performance, and Ori instead takes the stage, and with passes some things around, the other bards of the night seem to follow along, and the music changes to something far more upbeat and danceable.
Awesome, I dance on the table.
Oh no.
Oh my god, Casanova.
Does that work? Do other people get the gist?
Other people start dancing, but no one is jumping on the table yet.
We must get
From-
the vibes.
The vibes?
The vibes!
But from a
If
ways
there's any-
away.
Mhm.
I was gonna say... Oh, okay, I don't know where you're going. I was gonna say, if we all start dancing and, my brain is playing... In my brain, I hear Kingdom Dance.
A little bit, that's the vibe.
Mhm.
And Kithri would be grabbing Orion to try and integrate him into the fun little real thing going on.
Yeah.
He will try. I think he does eventually get it, but he is at first very, confused. He is a fancy fucking sheltered prince boy, unfortunately. But I think he does have fun eventually.
Oh, good.
Yay.
I kind of want to roll to see how
Yeah,
he
totally.
does.
White boy dance.
If anyone else wants to roll for their dancing skills, feel free.
Yeah.
She's so bad.
That was almost a nat one. That would have been hilarious.
14.
Oh god, I can't believe we're gonna roll for dancing. It's gonna be
I am
so
on a
Nine.
table.
Not as bad as it could have been.
Oh, boy.
I'm just worried, Kithri just made this whole point, and then I'm so worried with this.
No,
No,
you're
you're fine.
good.
You're fine.
Okay, that's not terrible. I guess this would be Dex?
Yes. I'd allow you to add your performance or just your dex, whatever you prefer.
Oh, you just flat roll too. Okay. Well, if I'm adding Dex, it's a 13.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Otherwise, it's an 11.
Hey, either way,
So-
still better than me. Still a good teacher.
See, I rolled a flat 13 on the dice. However, it's funnier because you said you could do dex or performance. My dex is obviously much better than my performance because I'm a ranger. However, It is so much more accurate if I go with the -1 to charisma that I have in performance.
God. Reuben's not dancing. Reuben did what Reuben intended to do, and is kind of just sitting, watching, and enjoying everybody else's presence.
Aw. I got a 14.
As you are dancing on the table,
Yeah!
there are a few other people who are dancing wildly. I don't think anyone else necessarily gets on a table, but like, I think a circle forms around you, around the table.
I shall continue to be the change I want to see in the world.
If I may,
Yeah.
at some point, Isabel kind of makes her way over to Reuben and is like, "So, you're keeping guard?"
I mean, I guess you could say that.
I just assumed since you were not engaging, not that you have to, but since you were standing off to the side, and you are one of our bulkier crew members.
It just felt more correct to, observe, I guess. I'm not much of a dancer, and also, it's just, you know? Everyone's having fun. I just want to see everyone have fun.
Nods. Alright, as long as that is making you happy, then that is alright. It is good.
Yeah. Are you having fun?
I think so. I've never been to a party. So this is a bit new, but Orion seems to have not been to a different kind of party. So, and he seems to be handling it well.
You're all very fun. All of you. It's nice watching you guys step out of your shell, and in Casanova's case, existing. Yeah.
Yes, that is a different case.
Different case. It's, I don't know how to describe this exactly, but there's... You know how some people can kind of smile with their eyes?
Aww.
The smile on his face is a little slight, but you can see in their eyes that it's a genuine kind of like enjoying the presence of people kind of situation. And quite just very fond of the fact that you even went to talk to them.
Aw. Well, yeah, I don't think that she has a lot more to say. It was just kind of like, you were doing the thing. I'm going to acknowledge you doing the thing.
Yeah, it's just the simple fact that, like, to be thought of even in that brief moment. So.
Yeah.
Casanova,
Yeah?
you are performing and dancing your butt off. When a person gets into the circle around you and is clapping for you and dancing along with you, this is a pale blue-skinned air ganassi with silver and blue hair, little blue marks, and a regal-looking attire.
Oh, you spoil me.
Who seems very excited to dance alongside.
Oh, I hold out a hand for him to join. I know who this is. We've met.
Yes. You actually all would quite know who this is. This is Captain Squall, a self-appointed / silly. Likes calling himself your guys' rival, but what that mostly means is he likes challenging you all to who kills more dragons, and then the winner pays for the other person's drinks. It's harmless. It's harmless fun. You kind of know at his core he's a good guy. He just likes being a bit of a showboat, you know?
Oh, great. There's two of them now.
Oh, my darling king of squalor and rogues. Would you care to dance with me?
I would love nothing more, Casanova. I love that you brought all these people together.
Well, gathering a crowd has always been something I've been good at.
I can't deny that.
Will he join me on the table?
Yes.
Yippee!
Casanova does that in his head.
He does.
Just a little yippee.
Hot man, dance with me.
In a corner somewhere, one of the other crewmates, doesn't matter who, kind of like, this is only gonna go so well. It's probably Anatole, actually.
Yeah, that sounds about Anatole.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
just like, this is gonna end in disaster, okay. And he just, like, drifts off. Others in the party, though, you see your quote-unquote rival, you know it means nothing, like, dancing along with Cass. What do you do?
I don't know if I do anything. I think that's
Yeah.
Casanova's problem. I think I don't
Yeah.
want to talk to him.
I feel like Reuben and Isla are like standing next to each other and they clock this and they just go, oh.
Oh.
I think, well, we're busy dancing on the other side of the room.
Yeah, that's true.
We
Yeah.
see this happening. Should we try and slowly move our dance inconspicuously closer, just in case anything bad happens?
I guess I don't trust either of them not to make a scene.
No, and that's why I would like to, be close by should anything, happen.
Mm-hmm.
Suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Jesus.
Actually, honestly, at some point, if they're like when the song finishes, Kithri just walks over. She's like,
I love the idea that Squall dipped Cass, and Cass is like hanging upside down and sees Kithri walking up and just waves. Hi, Kiki.
That's true now, yeah.
you having fun?
I am. Our good friend Squall is here. Excuse me. The alcohol.
No, it's hitting already. I've already failed my job.
That doesn't mean I'm. Your job was to prevent me from getting hung over, darling. Though I guess I am
Yes,
currently
and-
being hung over Squall's knee.
Yes, and the night's barely begun. I'm gonna go cut off your tab.
No!
And he will go to the...
Maybe you shouldn't have gotten up on a table.
Looks at Squall. You'll buy me another drink, won't you?
What's in it for me?
What do you want, my friend?
And at that, I think Ori pointedly like catches that and immediately starts the next song. You see Ori give Kithri a little thumbs up of like, I'm not letting that escalate.
She like
Flip
gives a
her
little like
off.
2-finger like.
You were saying though, Kithri?
Like you did the little like salute like 2 fingers or
Yeah.
thing. I guess
Mhm. That's good. That's
you
good.
try to when you're trying to describe emotion that you just do.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I get you, but like I see it clear in my brain. Yeah, I think Squall pulls Cass in a little and just goes, "To be continued," and starts dancing again.
Gives Kithri a look of just like, I'm gonna get you back for this.
Kithri just like shrugs. She didn't start the music. She's not playing music.
Oh, she did not. Oh, she did not. Girl, hold my weave.
Cass is removing his weave. It's fine.
Oh my god, they're doing commentary over by the door.
Yeah.
Reuben and Isabel.
Oh my god.
You said,
You know what?
did
I'm
you
gonna
say
give-
Isabel?
No, I said Isabel. I just said it.
No, he
badly.
said Isabel.
It sounded like
Yeah.
you
It
was
Isabel.
funny, though.
You said it right. Well, this is a weirdly perfect moment. So, I'm gonna Sleepy if it's chill, keeping Squall there while you put this next one. Reuben and Isabel, someone joins you in the wall leaning and commentary. Your Earth Ganassi ethereal friend Cinnabar.
Oh, I know your design.
He just kind of leans back, looks at you all, and just goes, "Some party, huh?"
Yes, some party.
I see our other captain friend has found Casanova.
Yes. I think he did find Casanova this time and not the other way around, although I don't think it matters.
Not particularly. So it's not too bad though. Sage and Anatole are keeping themselves busy over in the kid corner, so we don't have to worry too much.
Good.
So you've come to join the wall.
Yeah, the dancing's fun, but it kind of takes a lot out of you over and over again, you know? Need a second. But I don't like the dancing. Seeing everyone all happy together is a nice thing.
Yeah, agreed.
It's kind of fun to watch, you know? Like, if you look at it in a way, it's kind of like all one big connected movement. Really nice.
Huh.
Huh.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll integrate that to my worldview.
Just kind of leans back. Doesn't respond to that, but just kind of smiles a bit and just keeps watching. So, you think this is finally the time that Cass and Squall sneak away after the party's over?
I'm going to be very specific. I think what's going to happen is they're going to flirt for the next about, I'd say, as long as they can. And then they'll mysteriously manage to separate before they actually manage to, go any further than that.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
You got it. Well, I mean, if Casanova's gonna shoot their shot, they don't have much longer. Once we get home, you know.
Oh, right.
Oh, I suppose that's true. Squall wouldn't be coming with us. Well, in the same direction.
I think his ship stops at the same spot, but then he goes somewhere else entirely.
Parent. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Me, the player, said Parent Trap in their brain. I'm like,
Perfect. I love the implications of that.
It's a
me, the
play you
player, in their
saw.
brain said Parent Trap. Okay, cool. If that's what we want to do. God.
Oh my god.
So the play the Parent Trap, we have to make this happen.
What? Sure.
I am hearing you out, Reuben.
I'm listening. I suppose it's, technically speaking, the Lady Adventures Casanova's vessel. It is high time we do something nice in return, I suppose.
Yeah. I think finding someone, or anyone really, that matches Casanova's freak, I guess, would be the way to put it, would be fun for them.
How do you think we could get them to,
Well, first we have to figure out what keeps them apart, so I think we'd have to do some digging, but...
We could also lock the doors.
That is true.
Slow turn of what?
Two people forced into a small space will eventually create some sort of rapport. Whether or not it is positive or negative, well, that's kind of a chance thing.
That's how the military works.
That's how the military works.
You get a face from Cinnabar of just really? I was gonna say that the two of them enjoy being flashy. So if we give them something to be flashy about, that involves them escalating, you know?
Oh, I see. Like,
So you
I don't
put
have
them
any
both
ideas.
under different spotlights and refuse to move the spotlights to other people.
That's a way to
Right.
go about it. Yeah, okay. I'm willing to hear this one out.
What do you
Feel
mean?
free.
I don't have further details.
I mean, I guess we can talk to the others. Get a plan going.
nods.
A happy Casanova means a happy return journey.
Exactly.
He
Alright,
already cleaned the boat today. That makes him pretty happy.
that's true. And again, it's high time we do something nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Cinnabar struts over with like a man on a mission, and finds Orion and Kithri and just stops and goes, "Hello, you two. Isabel, Reuben, and I have a bit of a plan cooking if you'd like to help us out.
A plan? What sort of plan?
Isabel, Reuben, why don't you fill them in?"
Are we going with the locked room plan?
A locked room?
We
Well,
need,
you really should elaborate.
I know what my brain is saying, but you know what? I don't know how to say this. We need, Casanova and Squall to, do the thing.
Do the thing. Right. Orion looks over at the disaster that I assume is happening. Are we sure that's a good idea to encourage that? I feel like it will only make things worse.
Two negatives equal a positive, I think. Sometimes. Well, not all the time.
In math,
Coconut clarity, if you will.
Plus, if we make it home, the Squall's ship, the Brandywine, and ours is gonna be porting in separate places, realistically.
That's true, I suppose.
End of our last chance.
I still have my doubts about on if this is a good idea or not.
What if they get
Just give-
too
Hmm?
attached?
I know,
What's
that's
their
the
problem?
problem. Then we're gonna have to hear about him whining all the time.
Well, here's the way I see it. Either they get too attached and it's a little annoying, and then we get home and they presumably go try and find each other again, or they get it out their system and we never have to hear about it again.
Both good options.
True.
I suppose he looks over at them again. I mean, I suppose there's a chance that it happens regardless of whether we intervene or not, but sure, whatever.
The only real question now is the how.
we came up with a locked room plan and a spotlight plan.
Those are two very different plans.
One is confining, one is freeing.
Right.
So whatever you think works best.
Well, here's if-
No, go ahead.
my thing with the spotlights plan. We put a light on them, and that's supposed to encourage them. How?
Something about wanting the spotlight on you. I didn't understand that one as well, but it was clearly the preferred plan.
Well, if we put them under the same light and they're together, both of them seem to have the capability to showboat, I guess one will. You know, it kind of increases the energy. They get closer, one-on-one, body on body. And eventually you have to walk out and do something about that.
Right.
I think Cinnabar is again giving the look of like, damn, okay.
Well, okay. If you want to go with the spotlight plan, best thing to probably do is get the right music. Make them dance together. And see where it goes from there.
What kind of music are you implying?
Whatever is this world's equivalent of a tango.
Time to go find something.
This is not what I expected from session 1. I feel put on the spot shockingly.
Payback.
I'm so sorry. I feel like this is a little bit my fault.
No, it's amazing. I'm just like, oh, okay, this is my arc apparently.
Why does my heart cry?
This isn't gonna. I have to give the fair warning that this isn't gonna end the way I want it to.
No, I'm sure.
I'm perfectly fine with it.
My
Looking
issues.
forward to it.
I mean, I suppose I have fairy fire, which would create some sort of a light effect. It'd be similar to a spotlight. It could be a
That works.
fun color too, I guess.
Like a rave. I don't know what that is.
Sure, yeah, I can
Battle rave.
I can choose different colors, so I suppose I could make it flash between the different ones.
Which
Oh.
color.
Oh my god.
Like a rave.
I know I set up Cinnabar to be this way. That was just Cinnabar, man. I am now reeling from my own action.
Ooh, grab the party that would say yes and to almost anything. And then...
Yeah. Here's the song change Ori would do, I suppose.
Oh my Christ.
Copyright tango music from YouTube's audio library.
Beautiful. Good.
I just snorted so loud at that.
Oh my god.
Kithri's opinion of this is, you know what? Casanova is going to make Casanova's own decisions.
True.
True.
However,
Okay.
let's see what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is more about putting Casanova under a microscope for Keith.
It honestly kind of is.
Yeah,
Study him.
Like
Study him
bugs.
like a bug.
she is studying him like a bug, even though he is fish.
We have a bug.
Yeah.
Although I guess
And
it
bugs.
She's
under
called a bug.
California state license. Our bug is a fish.
There are certain benefits to being a marine biologist.
I want you to know, Cinnabar, in my brain is just like, I'm being so efficient right now. I'm being such a good friend.
Everyone
This
here
is
is
gonna
a
be so fucking efficient.
So fucking
Great.
efficient.
I guess I'm gonna cast fairy fire and have
Alright,
it be like a rave.
alright.
tango
Let's
rave.
let's move
A tango
move
rave.
perspectives real quick.
Okay.
We have Squall and Casanova, and as you are dancing on the table, the music changes, and fairy fire lights appear.
I think that does catch him off guard.
Yeah.
And he turns pinker.
Everything all right?
Of course. I thought you would have a bit more of a reaction to the sudden mood change.
Well, I mean, I certainly do. It's just, I mean, who cast the fairy fire?
Looks at the crowd.
Can I make a stealth check to hide behind Reuben?
Sure.
What do I roll to counter? Perception?
You gotta beat an 11. I rolled bad, and my stealth was bad.
Oh wait, I should
That's
roll the
funny.
physical dice. I'm not gonna. Oh fuck! I dropped it. Wow, that's a fucking 4 + 7. Wait, is that also
That's
11?
11.
You tied.
I'm gonna.
I
give
feel
it
like
to
what
you.
that means is I was almost gonna say that just like an awkward stare at each other from across the boat.
Yeah, we lock eyes and then I step behind Reuben. You know exactly where the fuck I am.
Isabel is standing there making eye contact with her arms raised directly above her head, making 2 thumbs up motions with a deadpan expression.
Kithri's short. I doubt you can see her.
Cass looks so confused.
My friends are weird.
Yeah. And they think I'm the weird one.
Well, I suppose we might be a bit weird as well.
But I do it with style, darling.
I can't deny that. See, there was this part of me that was tempted to come in here and start a bar fight or just do something crazy, you know? It's our last day.
I mean, a bar fight does sound rather crazy.
I mean, it'd be kind of fun.
I think it certainly would. The question is, are we fighting each other, or are we starting it together?
Ooh, that's a tempting question. What do you feel?
Back-to-back linking arms. I'm curious to see what we could do to continue this dance of sorts.
I like that idea. I think our respective crews are sort of off limits.
I don't know. I love Kithri, but I think she could use a good kick in the gut. Is that cruel of me?
A little bit, but like I kind of get it.
She kicks me
Maybe-
constantly.
Maybe it's the captain in me who has to like learn to not feel that way, you know?
Oh, you're very caring.
I do try.
I will say the little ones in the corner are off limits. I don't think I could sleep at night if I kicked Anatole, and also, I think my foot would just go through Sage.
Yes, they are ghosts, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So how do we want to start this?
Faux fight to set a mood.
You are the one trained hand to hand. So you strike first. I whip out my bow. We see what happens.
Of course. And begin the stage fighting, I guess. On the table.
Oh, they're flirting.
Is
You
that
all
flirting?
want-
I'm not sure.
You all watch
don't know.
Cass slug squall.
That feels like the opposite of flirting, if I'm entirely honest.
No,
It's
no, no,
hot.
no. Go with the process. Go with the process.
Are you sure?
Squall
No, this
jumps
is a
off.
fight. We have to fight.
Squall jumps off and like
no.
arrow out, fires at Cass. Kind of, you wouldn't know, but Cass, you know, purposely misses.
Oh yeah, I duck
Just to start
dramatically, like leggy
That
out.
is a
Just to start
real-
more chaos.
That is a real weapon. That is not a you know.
Is there no danger in love? Anyway,
Are you
we should probably see how things are going. We should probably do something about this before they start.
concerned?
Okay, question. This is
Yeah.
because Kithri's opinion is, I'm gonna go pay my tab and I'm leaving.
That's fair.
Smart move.
However, is this a situation where like we all ordered, like genuinely is this? Yes, I'm
think
doing the how are we paying the tab thing.
I paid a tab. I don't know if it was just Casanova's tab or if it was for everyone.
That's a,
For the bit of you continuing your scene, I'll say that I just said to not give the fish any more drinks.
amazing. Also, as the arrow flies and goes wide, Squall to you, Cass just goes, okay, now what? Next step.
Flip me.
And do. Does so.
I specifically land on the head of the nearest patron.
This random pirate just boom, goes down.
Come at me, cur! As I make like a, like the come here hand movement towards Squall.
Squall takes it takes like two little daggers that are clearly like a trained soldier like Isabel would know those are way too dull, you know? But they swing them at you anyway.
As he swings at me, I like hook his arm and slam him into the next person. That's how we're making this into a bar fight.
What is happening?
We are fighting.
Is that what's happening? I don't know. I'm
No,
getting
there-
mixed signals here.
I'm thinking that our best option is to pay our tabs and leave the premises.
I suppose that's perfectly smart in case this does go south.
I go to
Are we
roundhouse kick
responsible for
Squall.
our captain?
I think Squall like is. Let me do something real quick. Actually, you know what? Properly roll to hit.
Oh, okay. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake
Just
it.
to see what
Wah.
happens here. I don't think we're doing a proper combat as I had initially intended, but like this is way more fun, I think.
That is.
I think we dodged the combat.
Chat. What's 8 plus 7?
15.
15?
15.
Yeah. He's not paying too much attention. You actually hit him.
Uh-oh!
Oh no.
He kind of like takes it and just goes, "Good hit. Good shot, Casanova."
Well, why don't you give me one to match, Slugger?
Also,
Ah!
I feel. Is it safe to say at this point those two have become a Tom and Jerry dust cloud of like potential kind of...
Well, it's a bar fight, so we're trying to pull other people into it. Let me roll to see
Yeah,
who
that's
in the
true, that's
party I
true.
smack. I have a d4.
Oh boy. Alright.
Oh my god, that's funny.
It's Kithri!
No!
Oh no!
I'm gonna
The
die!
one who's trying to leave.
I'm gonna die! She's gonna kill
She's gonna
me!
hit you.
Becca, am I
didn't
allowed to
expect
roll to
this
hit?
initial fight-
Yes.
Oh no!
I didn't expect this initial fight
Oh
to be
no!
again.
Oh no! I dropped my dice! Fuck, where did it go?
I feel like my armor class.
I dropped it. I gotta try again. Oh no, where did it
Oh
go?
my god. The mass hysteria. This is god.
I'm trying again. Oh wow, that's a 2 on the dice. 2 plus 7 is a 9. I feel like I kick over your head, but it was clear
Yeah.
that the kick was going to hit you, and there's that moment where we lock eyes and Cass knows he fucked up. Oh no.
What do you do in response, Kithri?
She looks at Cass. She looks at him for a moment, sees the absolute fear in his eyes, and goes, "No, this is your problem," and just walks up back over to pay her tab.
God.
She considered it.
There is a pause in the combat in which Cass looks at Squall and just goes, "I'm gonna be paying for that later. I might
most
die
certainly.
tonight."
That would be really unfortunate. Meanwhile,
Keith, you'll remember this.
Let's see. I think one of Squall's swings misses and kind of hits Cinnabar, but Cinnabar is like a very built individual who just takes it and is just like, okay, and then just punches back and sends Squall into Casanova. It's like, okay, new rule, don't punch the big guy.
I very much want to punch the big guy now.
Well, that's up to you. Orion, Reuben, Isabel, what are you? How are you guys feeling?
I'm still hiding. I'd like to not get punched.
Reuben's not gonna move as long as Orion is hiding.
I pull out my
you-
sword.
Wait,
A
wait,
sword.
wait. Let's bring a sword to a fist fight. We don't need
Oh,
that.
it's fist fight. Okay, I put my sword away.
That's
I
better.
put my fists up.
Go to town, girl.
I want
You
to punch
got
the
him.
nearest person.
Let me roll to see who the nearest person is. I'm gonna go mainly NPCs unless a player would like to volunteer as tribute.
I'd volunteer.
No.
She will
Alright,
not
Cass,
punch
you're on the die
Kithri.
now.
Cass is potentially on the die because it's probably like, oh, Cass and Squall are doing shit. Oh, other people are doing shit. Understood.
Okay, you swing at... Oh, that's funny. You're swinging at the one NPC who hasn't shown up tonight.
The child?
That's funny.
Well, no, not the child. Sage has been, I guess, slightly mentioned, but we have not seen Sage. The other one, the orc lady.
Oh my god,
you
I forgot
swing
about
at
her.
the other military. Yeah, you swing at Gwyn, the other. You would know that she's one of the other like fighter military ones of the crew. She's in fact a wyvern rider.
Oh, cool. Then I know that she can take the hit.
Yeah, you swing at Gwyn, who looks at you and just goes like, "Are you inviting me into the fist fight, Isabel?"
I believe so. Everyone else is fighting.
Excellent. Fucking jumps at you.
Oh, good.
Has Kithri made it back over to the other three?
Yeah, Kithri, you successfully paid your tab. Reuben and Orion are there as Isabel has joined in the fight.
I feel like things are getting a little bit out of hand.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I feel like we did an effective job, but it might be too effective.
Well, for one
Yes.
thing, Orion,
Mhm.
you're not going to have to worry about him being hungover.
I suppose that's fair. Injured is
So you've
different than
succeeded.
hungover. Task failed successfully, I guess.
Indeed. They just, I guess they just continue to watch the
Yeah.
chaos.
It's like,
Yeah.
do we want to join? Do we want to? No, you know, we should probably watch over them because if something goes a little bit over.
Yes. And under his breath, I feel like the captain's gonna be so mad at me.
Oh,
Oh,
I had one job.
Yeah, not get him hungover.
technically, you,
That's
you
true.
did
I
that
suppose I
job.
technically succeeded in the one job he did give me, but like, you know,
It's the spirit of the job.
yeah, I don't think
Casanova's a big boy. He can make his own decisions.
right, but we technically made this decision for him. Well, kind of. I suppose he decided to start the fighting part.
Yeah, we just said atmosphere. I don't really see how we did anything wrong.
That's true. That's true. That makes me feel better.
We are blameless in this situation.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this moment, you guys, in the like urge of getting the equivalent of popcorn, you know,
Mm-hmm. Take seats at the bar.
yeah, you are handed. Oh wow, that sounds amazing. You are handed breaded pumpkin with coriander rice covered in
Oh.
a sweet curry sauce.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
You guys have food to eat while you watch this go down.
So much food.
I want to.
Uh,
3 rounds of pretzels.
Raise my hand.
Yeah.
I want to punch Isabel.
All right. Is that
Okay.
all right with one Bubblytarts?
Yeah, always. Hit me.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you. Oh, I'm gonna hit you so bad. That is math 19.
Oh yeah, that does hit me.
Punch you in the gut.
You punch her in the gut and she turns to you with the look of like someone who is about to jump you. It is not personal, it is you have attacked me, therefore you're next.
Come on, Buggy Boo. It's a bar fight.
Yeah, she'll jump you.
Oh my goodness! Thank you for the raid.
Yo!
Thank you for the raid.
Thank you so much.
We're in PvP.
Yeah. It's funny PvP.
It's
I
silly
jump you.
PvP.
Basically, she launches her entire body, like she flaps her wings as she jumps, and tries to like launch her knees at your shoulders to take you down.
Oh my god, that's hot.
Yeah.
More bodies than I assumed.
Oh my god.
Roll a hit, bitch.
Squall. Oh, go for it.
I'll roll to hit you.
Oh, this is better than a proper combat, I think.
That's a 4.
That does not
no.
hit me.
She's doing a bad job, baby girl.
I still like to think you topple me over. It's just... It does not have the intended effect.
Yeah.
It 100% looks flirty.
Yeah. This is better than locking you in a room. Immediately goes to attack someone else.
Issy, darling, I didn't know you felt that way.
She is not listening.
Cass is lying on the floor, stunned. Just like, did she just proposition? Did she just proposition me?
How close is he to the bar where the three of us are?
You want to commentate?
I think you guys are close enough to see, but far enough away that it's like you could talk to Cass, but Cass wouldn't be able to immediately jump at you, you know?
It's like watching a gladiator thing.
Yeah,
Goddamn boxing match.
a little bit. I think random bargoers as well have joined in on the presumed fun. You got a room of people who a day ago helped stop a draconic incursion in a room together, and someone started throwing fists. Everyone's going nuts.
Yeah.
And to quote, so the party was going great.
We're having a good time.
God.
Yep.
I think Squall kind of walks up to you on laying down Cass, just like, I'm impressed by Isabel's strength.
That's a word for it. Sits up.
If the commentary crew are gonna say anything to Casanova.
I feel like it's better for my safety to not say anything. I feel like I will not hear the end of it.
See, Kithri wants to say something, but I cannot come up with anything.
That is fair.
Just give him a disappointed look.
Call me
Yeah.
a whore.
Can you repeat what Squall just said to Cass? Please?
It was effectively, I'm impressed by Isabel's strength.
Mm-hmm. And Cass was just like, if you can call it that. God, well, not if you can call it that. It was a different line of thought. But
Yeah.
God, the Reuben in the back of his mind, but I think he would stop himself. Is kind of just like just kiss already. We started all of this so you would kiss already.
Thank you, Reuben.
I love you, Reuben.
No
But like, I
change.
think is aware enough to be
Yeah.
no, if I try to force it, it won't happen. It's like birthday candles, you can't do that.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Squall just kind of, after helping Cass up, just goes, look at what we've done, Casanova. And you just see the room full of people raucously swinging at each other. Isabel is probably jumping some other poor soul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is art.
This is beautiful. Look, we're leaving Deadend better than how we found it. You know, people will remember this story until the next century comes around.
I do hope they tell tales of our plight.
I do as well. Now, as fun as causing a scene has been, do we... I guess... what's next?
What do you mean, my friend?
I suppose, I guess, like... mission accomplished, I guess? Good job. We did what we set out to do.
Of course, and this is the celebration.
Yes.
I guess for me, it'll be what I've always done. Ride the Lady Adventure to wherever she takes me next.
Yes, of course. I meant more like in the immediate. Do we leave now? Like, what do we do? I'm trying not to face the music of our actions, effectively.
Oh, you want to get going while the going's good.
No, effectively.
Yes, I think I'm agreeable to that.
Alright, sounds good. You just watch Squall start, like, heading out.
I follow.
You all just watch Casanova leave.
Watching, thinking, should we spy on them or should we give them their own private?
I don't know. I feel like either way, it's bad.
What is the percentile of kissing that might be happening?
I feel like we should maybe spy on them a little bit, just to make sure
We should spy on them a
that...
little.
We should spy on them a little bit.
We should probably go retrieve Isabel then.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Right.
My teeth is in some dude's arm. All right.
Isabel, no biting.
Are we done here? Did we win?
Yes.
Yes, Cass is leaving, so we have to go see.
Yes, just pay your tab and let's go.
Oh, all right. Chicks have swords. All right. Goes up to the bar, pays my tab. All right. Let's go reunite the crew.
I think Gwyn and Cinnabar also are like leaving arm in arm, just like that was fun, you know?
Wait, does someone have the children? Where are the children?
Oh yes, where are the children?
The children have been watching the nightmare unfold, and when they see everyone leaving, they just follow.
Okay, you children should go back to the ship.
Okay, this sounds like a good idea. Anatole just shrugs, and Sage is just like, Cinnabar, how many people did you knock out? It's of vital importance to me. And Cinnabar is like, I didn't knock anyone out. It was a fun play fight. You're so lame! And Sage just leaves.
Let me put Sage on screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
you can probably get Gwyn off of screen now.
What is the baby's pronouns? I do not actually know.
I think Sage is them.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
Oh my god. This one, like... I don't know how this went.
I don't know.
6 Ways to Sunday.
I
Yeah, a little bit.
suppose.
This is great.
Well, it is technically Sunday.
It is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And also, yes, this is Sage. This is Cinnabar's
Sage.
ghost.
Ghost kid.
Ghost kid just screaming at Cinnabar, you're so lame! You didn't even knock out a single goon! There weren't goons in there, Sage. They were all our friends. Lame! Anatole's cool. I'm going away now.
Well, yes, I don't really want to, like you all were saying, I don't want to intrude on their privacy, but I do want to make sure that they don't get, stabbed or mugged or whatever.
Exactly. Yes.
So then I suppose, Cass, you are walking away from the tavern. What are you up to? What's your goal? Where are you going?
I don't know. My instinct is to head back to the Lady Adventure. I enjoy Squall's company, but he has his own ship to get back to, and I don't know if he would follow me to mine. And I don't know if Casanova rightly has the words to invite him.
That is very fair. I think you guys make your way to the Lady Adventure. It's clear that Squall and you were talking and walking, and just like, well, I take it that you're retiring for the evening?
That was my intention, correct?
Excellent. Well, I should probably also get going, realistically. This was a good time. I'm gonna miss causing a scene with you, my friend.
It's been good fighting with you. Both on the battlefield and as allies.
Agreed. Sleepy, out of character, question for you.
Yeah?
I am tempted to put if Squall has the words to a dice roll. Is that chill?
Yeah.
Alright. Then you be the judge. 10 or above is yes or no to them having the words for this.
I think 10 or above is a yes.
Okie dokie. I rolled a 10. Exactly.
Oh no, that's
Oh
not
boy.
helpful.
I mean, you did say 10 or above.
That's true. I might roll again, though.
Understand.
That's a 9.
Oh no!
I think with a 9, Casanova, you kind of pick up that there's something that Squall's trying to get at, but also you aren't entirely sure what that is, you know?
Yeah.
Well, if you're... I'm not going to, press or anything, so if you're all set, then so am I.
I don't think I've ever been set, friend.
What do you mean?
There is no end to my adventure. This is the end to this endeavor, but I still have things to experience. So, this is the end for some, but not for me. He gives a half-hearted smile.
A good way to live, a good way to be. We should all be so lucky to have as many adventures as you, Casanova. Well, I do have a crew that needs me.
I wish you well on your adventure home, friend.
And I you. Perhaps we shall see each other again.
One can only hope or dream.
Agreed.
You'll find me in the sky. Oh, beacon of air and king of squalor.
Until then. And he walks away as you all make your way back.
They didn't kiss. Is that a good or a bad thing?
I'm not entirely sure. Because it means one of two things. Either they are cowards, or they know exactly what they want.
I'm not sure which of those things is desirable or not.
Shrugs.
Okay, let's all just pretend that we weren't just spying.
We are just heading back to the ship.
Exactly, we're going in the same direction.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Casanova, you have a moment to yourself. What are you feeling?
Pain. Hurt. Longing. The desire for companionship, but knowing that we are on different paths. Squall would be much easier to coerce if he was just some sailor on a ship, but he's a captain with his own vessel, and Casanova can respect a captain and his wishes and his ties to his vessel, just as Casanova has his ties to his home, the Lady Adventure. And so, for now, it seems he will remain only in the comfort and company of his lady. And his shoulders are a bit slumped. But when he sees his friends approaching, he smiles, though his posture doesn't really change.
Well, that fighting really took something out of you then, huh?
Oh, a bit, my friend, and I dare say I should be getting some sleep. I would hate to get you in trouble with my hangover.
Right. Yes. I think we all deserve a little bit of rest after everything.
Baby Belle, darling,
Yes.
you have blood on your chin.
Oh. Wipes it with her sleeve. Thank you.
Good girl. And he walks into the ship, where he lives, so he does not stay in the crew's quarters. He has his own room.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
And unless anyone has anything in particular,
I would check up on the maps, but I imagine they'll be ready in the morning.
I think somewhere before the fight happened, you were handed your map. You were all
Beautiful.
set. I just
Oh
forgot
yeah,
to
she did
mention
say
it.
she was gonna meet you there.
She
Yeah, yeah,
did.
It was before everything
Dodging
went...
fists.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
She shows up and we were all just sitting, like, watching this, like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I suppose I'll get all this to the captain in the morning, and we'll, set sail for the skies as soon as we can.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm imagining as the group kind of disperses, because that's what I'm assuming if people don't
Yeah.
mind me assuming that. I imagine as the group kind of disperses, Reuben's kind of standing there with like fingers pressed in front, kind of cocks head, looking over at Casanova's room. It's like a and it's sort of like the kind of, I guess, pensive kind of thinking,
Yeah.
as in it's just like I don't know what to make of this. I might have made a mistake, but I'm not entirely sure if I did. Kind of situation.
Yeah.
And it's it's kind of like a how do I put this? It's a thought that is tucked back for later that is simultaneously confusion and, I guess, weirdly enough, empathy.
Gotcha.
If not confusion at the empathy, but
Yeah. And with the crew retiring to their quarters, both the excitement for the return journey and the slow dawning realization that this is it for a lot of you, and that your time together might be cut short, not that far off from now. That mix of excitement and maybe a little bit of sadness at that change on the coming horizon is where we leave for the night.
Yippee!
Yippee!
we did it. We survived session 1.
We did it!
Oh. I don't know how to transition to a post show.
Well, you gotta do the
And then
outro
there was
first,
the
my
post show.
friend.
No joking.
Oh, yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming to session 1 of Long Way Home, our 6-session D&D mini-series. I have been your dungeon master for tonight, and my lovely friends played so well. You guys did great. I'm so happy. Feel free to hang around, because we're going to be doing a quick little decompression post-show, talking about the new characters, the world, etc., etc. But for now, I guess this is all of us signing off.
Oh,
Say goodbye, folks.
Wait, no,
Oh,
quick
yeah.
cleanup. Remember, for all YouTube viewers, oh goodness me, another person who's followed. Thank you also for all of the follows and everything we've gotten this stream. But for everyone who has been tuning in to the YouTube VODs, the pre-show and the post-show get cut out of every VOD, so check us every other Saturday, where we will be live starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for this show. As for streams coming up, there might be one tomorrow, there might not be. But what I can guarantee is that next week, at some point, I will be starting my Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlocke, as I have a goal for this year in which I am going through every Pokemon game and attempting to beat them. And also, on Thursday, we are going to have Epic Mickey, as we've been going through Epic Mickey in a wonderful, nostalgic little romp.
Yippee!
Now we can say goodbye. So, did you want to say
Sorry.
my outro?
Would you let me?
Of course I'd let you.
Oh, I'm honored. Well then, everyone, don't forget to drink water and take care of yourselves, because you're worth it. Bye-bye!
Bye!